Start me off a $25 bill, 25 to go 50, 50 to go
Welcome
75,
back.
70.
I'm Ted Thomas, and I've been involved in different types of real estate for 30 years. Now, this episode, I'm going to reveal to you how to locate alternatives to regular real estate. What am I saying by alternatives? Well, I mean alternative real estate where you can buy property for actually pennies on the dollar. So we'll talk about a couple of different kinds before we get there. Now, I'm about to reveal to you what not everyone else knows, and I'll let you know, and you can be the judge and the jury if this is going to work for you. So ask yourself this, okay? Can I assure you're going to make money in real estate? The answer is no. But what if I can show you real estate that you could buy for 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar that didn't have mortgage? Well, if you could buy those kind of properties and you could do it on a regular basis, you would be able to make money. So today's episode is about different ways to make money in real estate. Now, traditional real estate involves what? It involves fixer-uppers, it involves renovations, it involves small apartments, small office buildings. It involves sometimes fix-ups, sometimes it involves complete rehabs and whatever. All right, sometimes it's in rural areas, sometimes it's in urban areas. All right, well, the same thing happens in non-traditional real estate. And sometimes these are just short-term deals where you buy them, then you quickly do something with the property, either enhance it a little bit and sell it, or you buy it at a bargain and then resell it at a bargain. So it doesn't matter whether you're a first-time investor or you've been doing this for a long time. There's going to be plenty of properties available. As a matter of fact, across the United States, there's going to be over 3,000 counties that will sell tax-defaulted property. All right, now, so this is a little-known but highly lucrative business that allows the little guy to make significant upside money and have good cash flow. I'll be right back with some details. Okay, I'm back. In the last decade, the television media has really taught people about the renovating of properties and how easy it really is. Well, it sure looks good on television because in 28 minutes' time, a mediocre house becomes a mansion. All that happens in 28 minutes. All right, now these shows usually have a property that's 30 or 50 years old, probably a single-family home. Sometimes they have to put down concrete. Sometimes they paint. Sometimes they put new roofs on. I mean, they're doing a lot of things very quickly. As I say, it's a lot of contractors. So people look at that and say, oh, this looks like a great business. I don't know how great it is because I've never done it, but I'm very concerned when it comes to fixing up property. It always costs a lot of money. So if you live on the coast of the United States, well, of course, everybody is doing a different kind of real estate. I'm trying to show you different ways. Then this different way is how about if you rent the property out, okay? You can rent the property out for a short-term rental. All right, now if you have a home in the mountains with a special view, or you have a home on the water, it could be in Miami or San Diego or Seattle or Maryland, and it's on the water. They rent very quickly. People want them for a week or two. All right, so it's another whole world of rental. Nothing wrong with these businesses. They're all growing, and they're growing today because people have changed so much. They don't want to own a rental in a property at the same place, so they get rentals in different cities all the time. All right, I'm not negative on any of that. I don't know enough to give you insight on those businesses, but I can give you an insight on a business that always makes money that's different than regular real estate. All right, now it's very easy to be seduced by rehab on property. It's even easier to be seduced on properties in wonderful locations. I don't know those businesses, so I can't give you investment advice. But here I can tell you about a business that always makes money in real estate, and it's a subset of the traditional real estate. And what is it? It's tax defaulted property. All right, it's the same kind of property that everybody else is used to. It's homes, it's residential lots that could be built on, it's small farms, it's small apartments. You're getting the idea. All right, this business is very good because it's available in all 3,000 counties in the United States. 3,000 counties are all auctioning tax defaulted property. All right, now every property is going to have a tax assessment on it. All right, so I'm talking about 3,000 of these properties. The county assesses the property, and what are they going to do with it? Well, they got it because of a default. What happened? Someone didn't pay the tax, so now the county had to confiscate the property, move the people off the property. Now they're going to put it up for auction. They put it on their website, they announce it in the newspaper, and they want to sell these properties. So it will have a tax assessed value on it, but that isn't generally where the auction starts. It usually starts at very close to the back taxes. So look at the margin that's here. All right, there's a margin. Back taxes might be 10 or 20 cents on the dollar, and the tax assessed value is going to be the 100% that they're talking about. Well, there's a lot of margin here. So if you could buy a property close to the back taxes and sell it somewhere in between, you'd be doing well. So you could buy it low and you could sell it low and still make money. I know traditional real estate is buy it low and sell it high. But what if you bought it low and then you sold it quickly? Well, how would you do that? Well, you could sell it on eBay. You could sell it on Craigslist. You could sell it in the multiple listing service. You could use Trulia, Zillow. You're getting the idea. Lots of places to sell it. Even if you just took signs and stuck them in the front lawn. You could sell those properties for bargain prices, and you could finance them so you could make passive income on the financing. Well, you're getting the idea. You see those little white circles? That's how many auctions are taking place within that state in the next 90 days. This calendar updates every single day. I'm here today to show you how to make money. To do that, I'm going to show you briefly that there are thousands of tax defaulted real estate properties across the 3,000 plus counties in the United States. This is quite interesting. You're looking at the Ted Thomas Magic Interactive Map and Auction Calendar. It changes every day. Now, I created the calendar and the map so I would know how many auctions are taking place every day in the United States. Now I can show the little guy how to make money. Most importantly, I created this system so I could have an auction list for each auction 24/7. All right, so the local county has a problem. What's their problem? Their problem is they get defaulted properties. What are they going to do with them? So what they do is they auction those properties.
How about to go there? How about to go there? How about to go where? How about to go here? How about to go here? How about now? How about to go?
So all 3,000 counties will auction tax defaulted property. So you want a different way to buy property? I'm not against those other ones I mentioned earlier. They're just fine. This is a nice way to buy property and know you can consistently have properties to buy because there's going to be 3,000 auctions every single year. The government made the rule. The legislature simply says everyone pays tax. If they don't pay tax, they push the rule down to the county. The county says you didn't pay tax, so they levy the tax. People don't pay it. They're pushed off the property, and now it's going to go for auction. All right, now the local county wants to sell. They want to sell them quickly. All right, now they're not going to try and get retail price. They're going to start the bidding at 10 cents, 20 cents on the dollar, basically somewhere close to the back taxes. And when they want to sell the property, that's what they're doing. They're lowering the price so they can encourage people to go there. Anybody can go to the auction. It's open to anyone. All you have to do is have money to buy at the auction. Now, what if you could buy one of these properties for 20 cents on the dollar? So you bought it at 20 cents. It was assessed way up here, and you sold it for 50 cents. Well, you made a nice profit. You didn't have to do anything. So these are public auctions. Anybody can go to the auction. Anybody can bid. Generally speaking, the properties will be discounted at the auction from the tax assessed value, 60% below, 70% below, 80% below the tax assessed value. I don't know the values, but you need to go there, take a look at that property, and make sure you do. All right, now the successful bidder receives the property. The mortgage and the deed of trust are canceled during the auction. So when you buy at a tax defaulted auction, you're buying property with no encumbrance for a mortgage, no encumbrance for a deed of trust. All right, so why are you watching this video? I know why you're here. You want to make money. This is a way to make money. Think about what I'm going to say. Ask yourself, if you could buy a property for 10 or 20 cents on the dollar, you could put signs in the front lawn, or you could go on to Craigslist, or you could go on to eBay or the MLS or Trulia or Zillow, and you could advertise that property for 50 or 60 cents on the dollar. Would that work for you? Well, it sure works for me, and it works for thousands of my students. They do it all across the country. All right, the county needs the money for this auction, so they're going to push to get their property sold. The county needs money to pay the county employees, to pay the firefighters, to pay the police department. All right, you need the money, too, to take care of yourself and to take care of your family. All right, now, status is important to everybody. This is a business that you can do. Anybody can do it. You just need to think a little bit outside the box. If you're motivated to make a large portfolio of property, this is the way you could do it. There's going to be over 3,000 tax defaulted auctions. All right, now I'm going to run out of time. So as I run out of time, I want to tell you 3 things that are important. Number 1, don't buy a property unless you've gone and looked at that property. Boots on the ground are important. You want to make sure that there's no fires taking place, no flood. It's not next to a pig or a chicken farm, so that you wouldn't be able to resell it. All right, so you want to make sure you can do that. When you're there, look around, figure out what the comparable values are so you know what your exit strategy is. And for those of you that would like to, and you're going to do this kind of business, you want to know more about it, well, you can get a sample auction list by going right below me there. It's a sample auction list. Just register and they'll send you a sample auction list. I'm Ted Thomas. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget, request your free auction list right below me.